Hey guys, what's up? Thank y'all for joining. Get in here, guys. It's me, Flash. Hi. Okay, let's jump into the live. Oh my goodness, I got my light so bright in here. All right, so let's jump in. Hey guys. Hey April, we got an RN in the house. Okay, we ain't gonna hold you guys too long. Let's jump on in. Let's get this down on the deck. Okay. Of course, everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion. All right. Y'all see we tapping in and tapping out, child. All right, let's get into our first topic. We ain't gonna wait, we ain't make y'all wait no longer. Hope you guys are having a great hump day. It's hot as I don't know what outside, but we are making the most of it. Thank y'all for joining me. Let's jump in so we can let you guys get out of here. All right, so first topic, Officer Tatum, you guys, is making some allegations. But first, let's jump in because it looks like there's a lawsuit that's being filed. It says that on the day of his funeral, says that Nolan Wells' parents sent notices to his friends and their families of intention to sue them, which she did. There's documentation that's out there proving that. Now, I said on top of that, moments after laying her son to rest, Nolan Wells' mother opened his estate to potential claims surrounding his death. So all of his friends who went with him on that trip that was on the boat with him, like Bart, Wyatt, Warren, and those boys, they received lawsuits, okay? And they also received paperwork letting them know that all of their devices are definitely up for investigation and that they are not to delete or get rid of any evidence because investigation, the FBI has definitely officially stepped up on this case. So Nolan Wells' friends who have faced accusations were heartbroken to miss his funeral. I bet they were. Said that, however, due to death threats and out of respect for Nolan's family, they made a difficult decision not to attend. Now, this is according to Officer Tatum. I don't believe that. I feel like they didn't go because of guilt. Say it again. I feel like they did not attend his funeral because of guilt. You can't sit up and watch the person and everybody else grieving and you don't plan to grieve. It would look weird as hell for them to sit up there straight faced like they did in the interviews and not cry or show any emotions when all of his real friends were sitting at his funeral watching his casket and crying their eyes out. Real tears for a real friend, right? You cry real tears for a real friend. They didn't cry at all. Not one peep. But let's continue on.
New at 9, parents of Nolan Wells' friends and local officials were reportedly sent notices of intent informing them to expect lawsuits in connection with the investigation surrounding Wells' death. According to our media partner, the Sun Herald, those letters were sent by a Richland law firm, Carroll Bufkin PLLC, who is working alongside civil rights attorney Ben Crump. It is unclear at this time who exactly received these letters, but we do know they instruct recipients to immediately preserve all evidence in their possession in its original form and directs those recipients to suspend any automatic deletion or overwrite functions that could destroy evidence. New at 9, parents of
you guys can see it here. Shout out to Officer Tatum. This is the form. Said at the Chancery Court of Jackson, Mississippi. This is where, let's see, Judge Eldridge, which is the clerk, Christine Wells Wansley, has filed a petition to open a state and appoint administrators, grants letters of administration and for other relief. This is the form that she filled out to take on Nolan's, all of his business so that she can go ahead and file a lawsuit on his behalf. Okay, that's just a document for that, which we already showed you guys on a previous video. Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing that. Now, there is also another lawsuit that's going out. Bart, who is heard on the infamous video that's circulating on social media, has now launched a lawsuit as well. Okay. I told you guys in the beginning when all of this first came out that Nolan was missing and was said to be unalive, that they all lawyered up. They deactivated accounts. They got quiet and got mute, saying they didn't know anything that happened. And thanks be to God, this video came out with all of them being heard on fucking video, right? So shout out to Here's Why. Kevin, he has posted that Bart Edmonson Jr. has retained an attorney and says that he is suing social media users who have accused him of having something to do with the death of Nolan Wells. Now, Bart's name was mentioned several times during a now viral emergency call recording and online sleuths that have insisted that this means he was involved in Nolan's death. No one said he was involved. They said that your name was mentioned in the video and that you appeared to be there when an emergency seemed to have gone down with Nolan. That's what I said. I never said you unalive Nolan, but I did say you might know something if somebody's in the background on said video saying, oh my God, is Nolan dead? Or, oh my God, check his chest. And oh my God, Nolan, wake the F up. It was alleged that you were the person that said it, Bart, that Nolan, wake the F up, because another person in the video said your name, said, oh my God, Bart, right? Hello? So don't be lawyering up now on some egregious lawsuit. I would hope that you will hold on to whatever money you have for your case that's coming up pretty soon. That's what I would hope, right? But as you guys can see here, Nolan Wells' former teammate is suing social media users for accusations. All right. This Russell Latino is who he's, which I told y'all the other day, who he says that he would be retaining, that he would be representing any of Nolan's friends who needed any legal representation due to any type of threats, etc. Okay. Nobody's threatening you from this channel. We can go ahead and say that now. But what we do know is that your name was mentioned on said video multiple times. Okay, so we're not even going to do that, Bart. You can go ahead and lawyer up and sue whoever you feel you need to sue. Again, I hope you don't send no bullshit over here, because it will be confetti. Moving on. Okay, ain't scared of no damn lawsuits. If I know I ain't did shit and I know I can prove it, okay, send that shit over here if you want to. That's a waste of paperwork. All right, let's get on into this. Now, this shit here pissed me off when I saw it, because y'all know Race Tatum, honey, gonna sit up here and accuse Nolan Wells of being a cokehead. And I said, Ninja, I know you ain't sitting up here with your wide-faced moon pie head ass calling Nolan Wells a damn cokehead, and said that he drank too heavily, and said that multiple people reached out to him with reliable sources. Like, get the fuck out of here. How you know more than the FBI when they sitting on information and they ain't telling shit? I know you don't have a direct connect to no FBI, to Mississippi, nobody down there that's sitting on information, including... Okay, how you get the autopsy report over anybody else? That's what I want to know. Race Tatum. How the hell you get that information? But let's get into what he had to say. He said he'd been told by reliable sources that heavy drinking and cocaine allegedly played a role in Nolan's death. Now, do you guys believe that Nolan was coked out, knowing that Monday he was getting ready to leave for his football career? Do we believe that he's going to jeopardize his football career being coked out and risk having coke in his system? They can't even have steroids in their system. So you guys are claiming this boy was coked out. Let's get into what he had to say. I don't believe this bullshit.
But I was told, and you guys, please take in consideration that it's reliable sources. However, the only way to prove the truth in this is if I see it with my own eyes, if the law enforcement have the investigation of this, and also when the toxicology results come out. But people are messaging me and telling me that there is heavy drinking and there's cocaine involved. And there's a particular person whom I know this person's name. I'm not going to disclose it. I'm going to go to the police first. And then I will.
Why didn't you go to the police before this motherfucking video? That's what you should have done. If you have information on Nolan's death, you're interviewing all these boys and everybody else. If someone sent you a tip, why haven't you already reported that versus clout chasing and doing a fucking video about it? Right? They're looking for any leads on solving this crime. So if you have any information, toxicology don't come back from 6 to 8 weeks. It hasn't been that long yet. So anybody that's sending you information, Race Tatum, let me go ahead and clear you right quick, since you out here talking about Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and them stepping forward and giving their takes on what they feel may have happened here, and they are repeating what was repeated to them in terms of people who know said friends that were around Nolan. The same thing you're doing. And you're saying that they need lawsuits against them for saying that these friends, these so-called friends that Nolan was supposed to be friends with and went on this damn trip to Horn Island. You are claiming that they are insinuating things. So what about you? Again, no toxicology report has been announced. They've not announced the cause of Nolan's death. So now you are repeating hearsay, and maybe you should have a lawsuit sent your way. But let's keep going.
Disclose it if it doesn't interfere in the investigation. But this person allegedly was offering people cocaine, and someone close to Nolan, one of his friends, told me that. But I was told, and you guys, please,
get out of here.
This person was offered cocaine and rejected it from this person. And I was also told, and this person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using cocaine during this period of time. This person said it was 150% sure that when the toxicology comes back, that Nolan will have cocaine in his system. This person was offered cocaine and rejected it from this person. And I was also told, and this person told me that it's over 100% chance that.
So again, and you saying you're going to go to the police. Now, of course, this was 20 hours ago. I would hope by now he's been to the police to give them said names and call that tip line down there to Warren's mama. Because I already told y'all that tip line appears to be going to Warren's mom's work phone or something like that, which I don't agree with that shit either. But I do not believe this. And again, we don't know Nolan Wells personally, but from what his parents have been saying about him, now we know he is a teenager. There is peer pressure when kids are not around their parents. Sometimes they will do things that they would not ordinarily do around their parents. I'm not saying he used drugs, but I'm saying if drugs was on the island and his friends was doing it, he might have smoked a little weed. Who knows, right? Kids do that. Kids do that. But the hard drugs, it was said that at the pool party on July 4th, that drugs were there because several of the boys, I think they said Bart, not Warren, but Wyatt, and some other guy was trying to coerce some of the girls who was there in the pool to try said drugs, and they declined. Right? So maybe this is why they were so high strung on this 911 call that we all heard. Bart screaming to the top of his lungs, telling people to shut the F up. Y'all know when you on certain drugs, you know, especially cocaine. I mean, shit, look how Ike Turner used to act when he was on that coke, sniffing that shit up his nose. And every time you turn around, he's putting hands on Tina Turner. It will make you be a little more aggressive. So Bart, you did sound very aggressive in the background. So I don't know what the hell happened to Nolan. But people were telling you pretty much kind of like, Bart, calm the fuck down, because you were screaming and hollering like you was about crazy in the video. So now it's weird to me that you didn't go file a lawsuit, but then to think that Nolan Wells just sat there and coked himself out and unalived himself, I don't know if I believe that. Okay. Again, we will have to wait until the official toxicology report comes back to give a concrete definitive of what happened to him, like in real life. All of these insinuations are just that. We already know race Tatum don't like Nolan. He don't see it for him or his mom, or you wouldn't have sat up there and allowed his so-called friends to attack her in said interviews that you had on your own show. You went all the way to Mississippi to pit these guys against this boy's mom, who is literally grieving the loss of her son because they say that she says she don't know them. That is so irrelevant in this moment, according to who knows who. The question is, who knows what the fuck happened to Nolan? That's what we care about, right? So let's move along from this, because child, he done pissed me off with that. Let's get into this pastor that is doing the absolute most. We've been talking about a lot of pastors, child. This pastor right here, I don't know. Child, this is why I keep it over here at Bedside Baptist, because these pastors don't be doing right. You ain't gonna get my good dollar and be out here sending out nude pictures to teenage boys. But let's get into this. American Crime Stories has reported that a Virginia pastor is charged after allegedly sending explicit images to a Pennsylvania teen, possibly more victims as well. Pastor Kenneth Ballman, let's call his name out, of Crossroads Baptist Church in Alexandria, Virginia, was arrested and charged by the Pennsylvania State Police. So his ass about to go to jail for some inappropriate behavior with teenage boys. That's why I keep telling y'all, watch your kids in these churches that be having these little these boys meeting. I think we talked a little bit about this the other day. Let's look at the news portion of this.
This is Pastor Kenny Baldwin preaching in a video posted on the church's YouTube page. The 47-year-old pastor is accused of sending nude photos to a teenage boy in Pennsylvania starting around November of 2024. They reportedly met and exchanged phone numbers when Dr. Baldwin came to the then 15-year-old's church to give a sermon. The teen, now 17, is from York, Pennsylvania. Pastor Baldwin's church is here in Bailey's Crossroads. We've highlighted the two locations on this map. In court documents, the teen told a Pennsylvania state trooper Pastor Baldwin talked to him about masculinity. And then,
ooh, child, let's pause there. Affidavit of probable cause, honey. That's the docket number. So this is a real thing, honey.
Sent explicit photos of himself multiple times a week for about a year.
Wow.
Then again, most recently in early June of this year. The trooper says some of those images have been saved as evidence and that Baldwin admitted to state police that he sent 15 images of his privates to the boy.
It's rare to catch a person the first time they're engaged in something like this. So investigation into this person, into their internet activity, there may be other victims of this pastor of doing likewise elsewhere. So this is a serious matter. And should be treated as such.
Pastor Baldwin is facing a number of felony and misdemeanor charges, including unlawful contact with a minor, corruption of minors, and indecent exposure. In a news release, Pennsylvania State Police say they have reason to believe Baldwin shared explicit images with other juveniles. Now, nobody here would speak to us about the case, but in a statement to Fox 5, Crossroads Baptist Church writes, "Please keep our ministry in your prayers as we seek to faithfully follow God's leading. Your prayers mean so much to us."
Well, that would start by getting rid of Pastor Kenneth Baldwin, right? Get him up out of there, because obviously he ain't there to do what he's supposed to be doing.
Dr. Baldwin was arraigned in a Pennsylvania courtroom yesterday. He is free until his next court date next month.
He should not be getting a bond, because he's going to be doing that shit again, right? I would not trust him to be out on bond. He should not be able to be on any social media devices. He should not be able to send any text messages or anything, right? But we'll see what happens on that. Now, the 46-year-old traveling evangelist allegedly sent multiple sexually explicit images a week over the span of a year to a teenage boy in York County, Pennsylvania. It says that authorities state that Baldwin used WhatsApp to communicate with the victim, discussing manhood and male dominance, while sending explicit photos weekly from November of 2024 to December of 2025, with more recent material sent in May. So we're going to keep our eyes open.
This is Pastor Kenny.
You got to watch these pastors, Charles. Some of these pastors be doing the absolute most. I saw one where a pastor, 60-something years old, was married to an 18-year-old and got there preaching, telling his congregation that if he heard about anybody trying to talk to his 18-year-old wife, he's going to be on the news, meaning he's going to put paws on somebody. I was like, what the hell, you married to an 18-year-old? Then he went on to say, my wife, people said that his wife was too young for him. But he's saying that she's grown, she's an adult. It's still sick as hell. She's young enough to be your damn daughter or granddaughter. So what is it that you see in an 18-year-old as a 60-something-year-old preacher? It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. Sorry. All right, so let's get into some more news. Arionne Curry is said to be definitely filming for the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go ahead and share this. All right. Arionne Curry, honey, now from what the streets have been saying is that she has alleged to been into some type of verbal altercation with somebody on the show where somebody got cussed out. It's probably Tisha, because she can't stand Tisha. She can't stand Tisha, but according to what was told to me is that Arionne, a person who got into it with her on the show or something for the new season, that we probably gonna get to see her because she has been filming for the new season. That's something Martell's been trying to get her to do. We already know Melody Cherie says that as long as she's on the show, she would not film with Arionne. Now that Arionne's off the show, we know that Martell's been doing everything in his power to get Arionne on the show, including wearing shirts with her name on it, indirectly talking about her on the show, just any way to get her name on there to soften the blow of bringing her on the show. I know Carlos said at one point he would not have her on there because she was too disrespectful. I also know that several people on the cast were saying they did not want to film with her because, one, she's in their business. She knows too much of their business, and she really doesn't like people like Tisha and Marceau on the show. It was said that Marceau was involved in or knew about some type of train being ran on Arionne. So maybe all of that's going to be brought up on this new season. But we do know, and from what I've been told, is that she definitely has been filming scenes for the new season. So that should be interesting. Not that she has a story to tell, because I feel like we know everything about it. But let's get into this Candy Burns fan page where it says that Carlos also said that he is tired of Todd and Candy having marriage issues and Todd versus Mama Joyce's storyline. Said that, sir, they live in reality, not a storyline. Said if that's what's happening in their real life, that's their reality. Do you want them to make something up? Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag Candy Burris, hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. It also goes on to say at the Carlos King, they added him, said that, can we see the rest of Martell's real life? We'd love to know more about his divorce. And can we please get Coleslaw on the show? Now, a few people have been asking for her to be on there. I'll be honest, I don't feel that she deserves to be on a platform that was started by Martell and Melody. I feel that they put their money and hard work and effort into even getting the show on the air by pitching it to Carlos originally. So I don't feel that Arionne could just come and mess with somebody's husband, have a whole baby with them, and several have a miscarriage as well as a whole abortion, and then hightail it and prance her nappy bun wearing ass up on somebody else's show and get clout and a check up off somebody else's hard-earned work. I just don't feel like that, right? I don't feel like we want to see nobody's side piece coming on no damn show acting like she's a fucking wife and she never will be. Period. That's just how I feel. So this person goes on to say that this is his real life, right? Meaning Martell said that why y'all won't let Arionne on? She has a story to tell and don't. She do not. She just have a baby by a married man. Finally, she has her credentials to be working as some type of nurse or whatever, but we don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna say hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag Candy Burris, hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. So that's the question that's been asked. Why y'all don't show Martell's real life? They're saying off camera, he and Arionne, they're raising Knox together, and that she stays at his house sometimes, and that she's running around telling everybody that she is his girl, while he's still out here, messing around with other women as well. Y'all know he's been seen with Sheree and other women, Belinda, like you name it. Martell's been linked to several other women since he and Melody went their separate ways. So I just feel like this is a whole clout chase for Arionne, and I feel like she's always wanted to be famous, which really she's infamous for being, America's slowest side chick who has wasted all of her good years on Martell. She don't even look the same from when she first met Martell. She looks wore out. She looks wore down. She looks like she is, older than she really is. Martell has aged her from stress and everything else that she's dealt with, trying to stick it out and be with this clown because he's promised to make her famous. But you guys tell me what you think about that, because I don't care no more. All right. Moving on into, since we talked about Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's get into them because they seem to be beefing. Drew Sidora has called out Kelli Ferrell, which I hear will not be back next season. The rumor is that Kelli will not be back. I'm also hearing Shamil will not be back too. I want to show you guys that. I was hearing that too. Hold on. Child, yeah, they said Shamil ass ain't going to be back either. No, you don't. No, y'all didn't. Hold up, y'all. Child, they said Shamil ain't coming back. I forgot to put that up too. Let me send that. Let me go ahead and upload that. Because baby, Shamil, baby, y'all did see I showed y'all yesterday where she introduced her surrogate. So maybe, honey, maybe the surrogate is pregnant now. Maybe she's gonna focus on that. But according to what I'm hearing, of course, we've been hearing rumors that Kelli Ferrell won't be coming back, which we all know that Kelli and Shamil are kind of like one person now, because Kelli don't really have a life, nor does she have a storyline. She's just following Shamil around. But if Shamil's not coming back, it makes no sense to bring Kelli back because she doesn't have anything going on. She really can't talk about her chicken and waffles place because it ain't doing shit. She won't have nothing else going on outside of being Shamil's sidekick, kind of how like Shamil was with Portia when Shamil was a friend of on the show, right? So let's go ahead and get this on. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go ahead and upload this right quick. Wow. Yeah, because we're going to talk about it. Because, baby, they said Shamil is out of there. I said, not out of there, girl. Not out of there. Okay, hold up. Okay, we got it. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Shamil out the way, then I'll pull up Kelli Ferrell. I don't want to go too far ahead there. I like to have my stuff in order so y'all be like, what is she talking about? Okay. Shout out to Braxton Family Values is where I saw it. Now they said Shamil Morton, guys, reportedly is out at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. They said the rumors are swirling that Shamia Morton may not be returning for the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. According to reports, producers were allegedly unhappy with how things unfolded after the reunion was filmed, and sources claim that she did not receive a pickup letter for the upcoming season. Y'all know that they don't get that letter. That pink, it's a pink letter they say they're supposed to get, which confirms their spot for next season, right? So they said Shamia ain't getting no letter. Now y'all know this is her season with her peach, and she was happy to get her peach. But honey, the way this shit went down, they said at the reunion, Bravo and their people, NBC Universal and everybody were not happy with Shamia after this damn reunion. So I don't know what the hell happened, because the reunion doesn't air until August the 9th, but we'll have to see what the hell happened with that. All right, hold on, let me put this other screen up. Dual screens. All right, so it said at this time, neither Bravo nor Shamia has confirmed the report, so fans should treat the news as speculation until it's officially announced. The announcement is made. They say if true, it will mark a major shakeup for the cast as the franchise continues to evolve. I told you too that they always overcast for the next season, just in case something doesn't work out with who they may have their eyes on as casting for next season. So with Shamia being gone and rumors of Kelli not being there, who will be the two replacements for the upcoming show? We already know that it was said that Sheree would be coming back as a friend of, so that would take Kelli's spot. But who will take Shamia's spot, who is a peach holder? We do know that Cynthia Bailey did say that she wanted to stay as a friend of, so her spot will be solidified for next season as a friend of. But my question is, there will be an open peach for next season if the rumor is true about Shamia not coming back, right? So you guys put in the chat who you guys would want to come back. There were rumors that Nene would be making an appearance. Could they be surprising us with Nene coming back? I mean, she was just on Ultimate Girls Trip. She made an appearance. So Bravo is allowing her back on their platforms. It could be a surprise and say, surprise, Nene is back. That would be great, because she is great TV, right? So let's stop sharing and move along, honey. Y'all let me know. I think it would be great to see Nene back. A lot of people say, nah. But you got to give it to Nene. Some of the greatest seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta was with Nene on the show, right? Her facial expressions, her reads, her just little lines, just things, the way she checked the girls, just everything about Nene was just funny as hell. There were some moments where she was annoying, but ultimately Nene is great TV. I do feel like she would be a great mesh with all the girls. She knows all the girls. I mean, she's very familiar with the show and how it works. So that would make me happy if she decided to come back. But someone will have to take that spot that Shamia will be leaving if she decides that she's not coming, or if they decide, because ultimately it's up to Bravo. So let's continue on. All right. Y'all said Kelli gonna be scripting. She ain't got no money. She better get there and get some clear heels and get to stripping, because her money is funny. So shout out to No Chaser TV on this, and Drew Sidora claps back at Kelli, child. So let's get into that. Okay. You must be. Yeah, we ain't gonna play her song. But y'all notice her song, You Must Be Delusional. So it said that Drew Sidora said that a true fashion girl never has to announce it, said that the outfit speaks for itself. Now, what she's talking about is where Kelli Ferrell says that she is the one who solidified fashion on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She brought fashion when she came on the show. And I said, since when? When did you do that? When, pray tell, did you do that? All right. Let's switch this, and then I'm going to come back to Drew's response, because you can't do a response without actually hearing what happened first, right? Get it together, Real. Okay? Get it together. No, I'm not drinking yet, y'all. So bear with me. All right, so here's Kelli, child, going on and on. Y'all know she sat down and did an interview with Carlos, okay? Y'all said she need to go strip, child. She look like she's already dressed for it. I can't. All right, so let's listen to this, because in her mind, in her weird mind, okay, in her head, her brain, which ain't shit up there, it's just a shell, she apparently thinks that she is the person who really brought fashion onto Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's go. Shout out to Bravo Shade Room.
Came in my first season and really set the standard for a lot of these ladies.
In what way?
Oh,
no, tell me, I want to know.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to content, they weren't doing content on season 16. Nobody had their own videographer and photographer. Elliot and I have been working together for 8 years. Prior to me even filming. When it came to events, I always did events. You can look back on my page. I didn't host
Sorry, Kenya was doing that. And I'm not even a fan of Kenya like that. Kenya was definitely having videographers and all that shit going on, people following her around. Kenya was doing that. Kenya had her own little podcast and all of that. So sorry, you did not originate that, Kelly. Sorry.
And then at Williams-Sonoma because of being on the show? No, I've hosted several events with Williams-Sonoma prior to being on the show. When it comes to Beaumont, I hosted a birthday party in Beaumont. Shut down the store. These women can do that because they really don't shop in the stores.
What do they shop?
You shouldn't be shopping there because your employees ain't being paid. Hello. You shouldn't be shopping nowhere. And your ass got lawsuits on top of lawsuits and one that's already pending. Didn't one of your employees already sue you and win, and you didn't even show up to the courthouse for that? Then your ex-husband is on your ass still for money that you owe. And let's not forget about another lawsuit from your other employees that's suing you as well for non-payment, ma'am. And you also owe $200 and something thousand to your landlord for your other chicken and waffles restaurant that you did not pay the rent for. So you shouldn't be shutting down no stores and shopping anywhere. Fashion should be the last thing on your mind because them silver bracelets gonna look real good with them stripes if you don't get your shit together. And that's on real. That's the real right there. That's them silver bracelets with them stripes is what your ass is getting ready to be walking down the runway in, going straight to cell block 4 if you don't get your shit together. Okay, she want to be important so bad with your toucan Sam looking ass. Let's keep going.
I gotta ask them. I don't know, wherever they can return. Okay. Police escorts. When it came to police escorts, I've always had a police.
You better have a police escort right on to the jail.
Escort. I came in my first season and really set the standard for a lot of these ladies.
In what way?
Carlos so damn messy. In what way? He knows she's full of shit, right? He gonna sip his wine so he don't have to say nothing else shady. I mean, Carlos did used to work on the show with all due respect, so he's seen fashion, baby. All right, he's seen labels, he's seen fashion. Let's get it together. I mean, I don't even really like who is it? Somebody said I don't like. Oh, Sheree ain't really a great dress. I feel like Sheree dressed better than you, Kelly. Okay, I feel like Sheree dressed better than you, and Sheree don't really put forth an effort like that. But let's keep going.
Police escorts. When it came to police escorts, I've always had a police escort. Like security. I mean, these things for me, it's just like, this is a joke for me. I just feel like maybe they don't want to give me my flowers, but I set a lot of standards for these ladies. Police escort.
Yes, Carlos, please laugh. Okay, please laugh because Kelly is full of ish. Okay, so this is what Drew was talking about, where Kelly went on and on about she's the first person who ever had a police escort on the show. She the one set the standard for fashion. She's the one that did this. She's the one that did that. Kelly, please shut up. Please hush, child. Drew Sidora said, honey, let me lend my song to you, the Lulu, because that's exactly what you were and is, okay? So Drew Sidora says that a true fashion girl never has to announce it. The outfits speak for itself and do. She definitely did not outdress no damn Marlo Hampton. So shout out to Marlo. Shout out to Sheree. Like I said, she damn sure ain't outdressed Sheree. And Sonya Richards, okay, who also wore labels as well. Her money is way longer than yours, okay? Let's get into that. Like, Kelly, please sit down, child. Please sit down. You do not have it, child. You do not have it. You don't have the gift of gab to even stay on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You don't have a storyline. You don't have no money. You literally had to move out of your place on the show to move into Shamia's townhouse because your ass got put out. So you focus on fashions with no place to stay. Girl, get your life, okay? Let's get into Clarissa Shields getting cussed out, okay? Because she seems to be still out here tapping for Pap'S, saying that Pap'S is the one that filed for divorce and that she's trying to say that the divorce is final. Girl, no, it is not final. All right, or finalized. So let's get into this because, baby, she gets cussed out by Akia J Comedy. Yeah, I ran across this. I said, oh, this is tea, right? Yeah. So let's get into Clarissa Shields throwing more shade at Remy Ma. Didn't I tell y'all she can't do an interview without talking about Remy Ma? This girl, I think she snore and sleep at night and say Remy. I really do. Every aspect in your life revolves around Remy Ma. Like, hell, Remy just bust out with the same hair color and look at you. You just said the other day that you didn't know what Clarissa does. I mean, what Remy Ma does, but you do know because everything she do, you copy it. So let's get into this while she's trying to throw shade about divorce, and now she's calling herself the wife. Again, you cannot be the wife if he's still married, but let's get into it.
somebody's husband.
Okay.
Pap'S filed for divorce. Y'all hate to say that word, but it's the word that's out there. He filed for divorce because he's serious about me.
Child.
So I'm not with somebody's husband.
Okay.
And if you're gonna call him her husband, make sure you call her his wife.
Child.
And also hold her accountable for what she's doing in her life. Because she has a man who she's big about. So don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. I'm not with somebody's husband. I'm with the man who filed for divorce, who's serious about me, who has done things for me that I've done for him. So that's not what it is. They say that because they want that to be the narrative, but that's not it.
That Shanika, your motherfucking ass disappointed me with this motherfucking interview. Why the fuck? Jock your big nose motherfucking ass to it. Y'all motherfuckers up there pussyfooting with that bitch. She ain't with nobody's husband. Yes, the fuck she is. Clock that bitch. Yes, the fuck she is. Talking about he filed for divorce. But is there a divorce decree, bitch?
No.
No, there ain't no motherfucking divorce decree, bitch. So that's legally his motherfucking wife. Bitch, fuck is you talking about? You a dumbass, little dummy. I'm not with nobody's husband. Then what the fuck you call it then? Ask God what the fuck he called it then. If it ain't being married, you tell me what the fuck it's called then. And then you want to talk about holding somebody accountable? Yeah, hold your motherfucking ugly, bald head ass accountable.
Not bald head ass.
You was in that woman motherfucking inbox asking for fashion advice, trying to be her motherfucking friend.
She did do that, y'all.
And then you slid into her motherfucking husband's DM. Bitch, let's be accountable, bitch. We need some real interview motherfuckers that's gonna get on her motherfucking ass. Cause y'all motherfuckers pussyfoot with this. I don't give a fuck how many accolades a bitch got. That don't give you no motherfucking right to do the shit that you motherfucker do. Let her fuck your husband and see how the fuck you feel. You done learned a new fucking word and now you just running with it. Bitch, do you even know what the fuck narrative means? You obviously don't know what the fuck narrative means, little dummy. Ain't no motherfucking narrative being ran with, bitch. We rolling with the motherfucking facts that your delusional dumb ass can't seem to get through your fucking head. The fuck is you talking about? He filed for divorce after she did. Dummy. She been
and it still ain't finalized. Why nobody went to go finalize it yet? That's the real flex. Anybody can go file for something, but it's following through and finalizing. It means you're not done with women. It means you're not over her. It means you're not ready to move to the next phase in your life. It means that he ain't ready to make you no wife, Clarissa, because he can't marry you. Well, he can, and go to jail for bigamy, but he can't legally marry you and make you a wife while you taking on that title when he's still fully married. Like, right? We don't got to play her no more because she said it, right? Let's refresh it because I want y'all to hear Clarissa being stupid.
Okay.
Pap'S filed for divorce. Y'all hate to say that word, but it's the word that's out there. He filed for divorce because he's serious about me. So I'm not with somebody's husband.
Okay.
If he was serious, he would finalize it like I just said. Okay. Anybody, like I said, anybody can go down there and say, yeah, I'm here to file for divorce. Yeah, here's the paperwork. Go ahead and fill it out. And you ain't take it back up. They have it notarized, have no attorney, do what they need to do, et cetera, et cetera. You didn't do none of that. And you can buy him all the gifts. You stupid for spending all this money on him, $2,000 blouses and shit like that. You dumb for doing that because he could take every bit of that and go right back to Remy. Men do it all the time. Married men do it all the time. Go back to their wives. Okay, he gonna get as much as he can from you because he know you like to give gifts. He know Remy won't doing all that shit for him because she was sick of him not taking care of what he needed to. And she said it in her life that Pap'S was not taking on what he needed to, and she was tired of publicly making him seem like he was that dude and that he was taking on what he needed to as the man of the house, and it was really her. So you're happy to drop a dime on this sorry ninja. You are happy to give him all this jewelry and pay for his Rolls Royce SUV, right? You happy to do that. But he still ain't put no ring on it. And then you announcing that this year you want to give him a baby. How stupid are you? A married man, a baby. That's still not going to solidify your relationship. Let's keep going.
And if you're going to call him her husband, make sure you call her his wife. And also hold her accountable for what she's doing in her life.
How do you know what she's doing in her life if you're not following her? How do you know what she's doing? She just did an interview the other day, said she's not dating anyone. So how do you know what she's doing? Right?
Because she has a man who she's big about. So don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. I'm not with somebody's husband. I'm with the man who filed for divorce, who's serious about me, who has done things for me that I've done for him. So that's not what it is. They say that because they want that to be the narrative, but that's not it.
That's Shanika.
Child, goodbye. We don't need to see no more. She is delusional. There's no brain up there, right? Maybe can date Carlos, because Carlos said that he wants somebody, child, that he can spend 7-8 hours with. You don't need a brain. You don't need any of that, child. You just come on over there, child, put your little red wig on, looking like the Hamburglar, and go on over there and be with Carlos, okay? Because obviously that's what he's looking for, a brainless individual who he can control, okay? Yeah, go there and punch on him and all that, child, like you do with Pap'S. Hopefully he don't stay upstairs all the time like Pap'S, because I feel like Pap'S be up there texting and calling Remy while you downstairs eating like a dog on live, looking stupid as hell, arguing with strangers online. That's what I feel. But anywho and anyway, that's it today, guys. See y'all later. Yeah, she is gone in the dome. She is gone in the dome. Yeah, that's what Carlos said last night. He want to date somebody, child. You don't even have to have a brain to date him. He'll pay for everything. He'll pay for all the flights and everything, honey. Take you out to eat. And he want to do a whole date for 6 and 7 hours. And he don't request nothing from you, right? That's what Carlos said. I said, oh, that sounds like sugar daddy to me. But go off. We don't get on out here though. Somebody said CTE. Yeah, she been punched in the head a lot. You can tell. She's definitely been punched. She's been kicked in the head too a few times. Somebody kicked her a few times too. Because, baby, I don't know. At this point, it's just, I don't know. You below the spectrum at this point, child. But let's go. Love you guys down. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Yes, okay. Until the next one, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Love you guys down. Bye.